This is my whiskey glass, and this is a Breckenridge bourbon made from snow melt of the Rocky Mountains. Now stop me if you've heard this one before. Smooth. So the question I've been getting a lot lately is, where's your funded account at? How much money have you made? Do you still have your funded account? And any of you guys that have been following me for a little while probably know the answer to this, but there's a surprise, so wait. So here's the thing. Yes, of course, I earned my funded account in record time. Basically, you have to trade for 15 days. I earned it in 15 days. This I've done before. I'm very good at earning a funded account. Basically, I'm a sim trading millionaire. Make the money fake, I can crush it all day long. But here's the problem. As soon as I get a funded account, I usually kill that funded account in record time. So as soon as I start trading with live money, my psychology changes, or the weaknesses in my game come out, combination of both most likely, and then I blow that account. And then I have to come on here and make a video and cry and say, boo-hoo, another account down the drain. But I don't give up either. So here's what happened to my funded account. It was a $50K account from Earn to Trade. Now you don't obviously get $50,000. They limit you to a $2,000 loss. I blew that account again. Big surprise. But that was actually a month or two ago, months ago. I don't know. It's been a while. A lot's been going on since then. But once again, I don't give up. So I went for another account. This time I went for a $75,000 account, which gives me a $2,750, I think. Maybe it's just $2,700 amount of money that I can lose before they pull the account. So it gives me a little bit more of cushion. I didn't do it in record time. I got it in 16 trading days instead of 15 trading days. So where am I at now? I've passed the first month, which I've never done before. So we've met a new milestone, if you will. And we were up over $1,500. And then I come to my account and I say, hey, I made money yesterday. Why am I missing like $300 out of my account? Well, it turns out, and I should have known this, but for whatever reason, I didn't. It turns out that they take their 20%. So it's an 80-20 split. Okay, that's why you're funded. It's an 80-20 split. You get 80% of the winnings, they get 20%. What I failed to think about was they take that 20% out at the beginning of every month, right? So if you make $1,500 in profit, they take 20% of that at the end of the month. So I was thinking for some reason that they don't take anything until you make a withdrawal. So that's what I was waiting on. I was like, well, I'll get up to $5,000 or whatever. I'll make my withdrawal, take my $4,000. They'll get their $1,000 out of it, and then we'll walk away. I'll go open my own account, and we won't have to do these games anymore. But it turns out I was wrong. So they took that cut out. Now, let's say I would still up whatever amount in my account, and another month passes by, but I hadn't actually made another profit. You know, the account wasn't negative, but I hadn't made an extra profit. They're not going to take 20% of what you still have remaining. They only take out of what your additional profit is, okay? Now, the other thing that got taken out of my account, and I knew this because it's required, Earn to Trade doesn't have anything to do with this. It's professional fees. So I lost $105 to professional fees. That's what happens when you're working for a prop firm. The fun part is I get to pretend that I'm a professional trader. I can tell people I'm a professional trader because that is how I am viewed as by the exchange. I have to pay those data fees, $105 instead of what's the normal data fee. Like if you're with a like AMP trading or something, they're not going to take much, like $15 maybe instead of $105. Probably less, really, because I'm only trading the CME exchange. There's CME, there's NYMEX if you want to trade oil, there's COMEX if you want to trade gold, there's CBOT if you want to trade treasuries, right? When you're a professional, each one of those costs an additional $105. So all I've been trading is the ES and the Russell, or the RTY. Now I do watch the NQ because it's somewhat tied in with the ES they typically track very closely with each other. There are certain days that they don't. There are certain days that they don't, but most days they track almost perfectly. So sometimes you can see a setup happening, let's say in the NQ, that you can't really see in the ES. And so when I see that, sometimes I'll take the trade on the ES. I never trade on the NQ. I just don't. All right. Now the RTY is its own animal, does its own thing. And I just like the RTY. I like the way it moves. I like the way its order flow is. And so I add that in there. Now on the CME, you could also trade forex type things. So you can trade the US dollar to the euro, the US dollar to the British pound, to the Canadian dollar, etc., to the yen. There's a few others, but I don't mess with those. I've never really figured out their order flow. I don't know. To me, it's a little more complicated on those, but to somebody else, it might be easier. It just depends on who you are. But that is the update, okay? So just to recap, I am funded. I am up. What am I up now? Well, I made back some of those fees in the last 2 days, so I think I'm up $1,400 now overall in the account. Now, when you first start the account, right, so it's a $75,000 account, right? It's really $2,700 if you want to look at it about how much money you can lose. But so the $75,000 account, the very first day that you start, you're already down $105 because of those professional fees. Now, luckily, I like it that way. They take it out of your account instead of just taking it off your credit card every month, which that's the way when I was with Top Step. They took it off your credit card every month. So you were like, you could see and feel those fees coming out. I prefer it to just come out of the trading account that I might blow up to begin with. But we're doing very well. Our strategy has been working. This is the first time that I've really nailed down getting my wins bigger than my losses. And this is very important. So, I've had multiple days where I traded 25%, like as low as 25% accuracy, 33% accuracy, 50% is a good day. I mean, I've had days where, I took one trade and it was 100% or whatever. But what I'm saying is I rarely have a red day. I might have only had one negative day between earning the account and in the live account. But many of those days, like I was saying, I had one good trade of 3 losses to begin with to start the day. And then I'll make it up on one good trade because I've really worked hard on making my winners bigger than my losses. It's a very difficult thing to do with real money, is to watch that money into your account. And then since you're not closing, you're going for, the big win, watching that fluctuate, watching the price come back, watching it dip below. And now you're negative all of a sudden when you were up a couple hundred, and then it goes back up and so on and so forth. But that's really been the big difference in my success so far. Because in previous past, what I would do is I would have one really big bad day. I'd have a lot of really good days. I could trade 15 days in a row where I didn't lose money, but they were all small wins. And then on the 16th day, let's say, I would blow the whole account just on one bad day. All right. So we've worked really hard on that. Hopefully we've gotten that out of our system. I've learned to calm down a little bit, to walk away sometimes, to come back, to wait for my setups instead of just, I have that, I want to make it up. When I lose, I want to make it up right away. I want to make it up. And then I trade and I lose and I trade and I lose and I trade and I lose. It's like the catching the falling knife theory, when a price is falling and you just keep saying, I want to catch that bottom, catch that bottom, catch that bottom. Well, it just keeps stabbing you in the hand until you don't have any money left. But we're doing good. Things are looking bright. I've got a buddy of mine. I've actually got 2. All right. These are online buddies. All right. We're not hanging out in person, but I've got 2 buddies that have recently passed the gauntlet with Earn to Trade as well. One I'm in a Facebook group with, been with in that group with him for a really long time. He just passed today. And then I got I forget his name off the top of my head, but he's been commenting on a number of my videos, and he passed in like record time. He passed in like 15 days. So we've got some success going on, and they trade differently. You know, they trade different styles. One guy is more price action. The other guy uses Bookmap a little bit. So it's been real fun. It's been real fun. So stick around, guys. Hopefully we'll have more success and we'll make that first big withdrawal, and that'll be that's the day. That's the goal. That's what we're looking for, is to hit that first withdrawal, get that first check in our hands and say, I did it, man. Peace out.